Hello everybody, I'm Axel1324 and welcome to my channel. The PlayStation Games Showcase has ended and we saw 19 games presented. Which ones did I like and which ones am I hard passing? Let's get into it. PlayStation opened up the show with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic Remastered, and man, my hype level went from here to way up here. Knights of the Old Republic is one of the all-time greatest RPGs ever made. It's being handled by Asper Studios. I don't know too much about them or any of their games. I'll have to look into it. However, if they are taking the story, the original story, and not messing with it, just updating some of the graphics, maybe updating some of the combat, because the original Knights of the Old Republic relied on RNG Dungeons and Dragons style rules for damage and defense, and it turned out to be pretty fun. But if they redo the combat, hopefully it works. If they don't redo the combat, hopefully it sticks to the original. The lightsaber battles between a bunch of Jedis was really cool in the original, so I hope this one keeps that epicness going. And of course, the story, I'm not going to spoil it, but it has one of the best stories ever told in the Star Wars media. Games, books, movies, probably one of the best. Definitely looking forward to it. It is a console launch exclusive for the PS5. I'm unsure right now if it's releasing at the same time at PC, but I'm assuming it is, so we can all still get our hands on it. Up next is Project Eve. And man, this game looks great. And I'm talking great. The cinematics that they showed look fantastic. The gameplay looked fast. It's being handled by a Korean studio, Shift Up. I don't know anything about them yet. Everything was subtitled, so I had to see the trailer twice, once focusing on the subtitles and once just focusing on the visuals. It looks kind of like a Bayonetta Devil May Cry hack and slash style game, and I hope it is. I kind of don't want it to be a RPG-ish, load into a combat arena style game. I don't really like that. Hopefully it is just fluid combat all throughout the game. And from what I can see, is that Earth lost some sort of war with a space parasite, and the space parasite seems to be able to animate some passed away people, and you got to fight them all. And then at the end, it ended in one of the most epic ways with the exosuit coming on, and the new blade coming out, and it looked awesome. The game just looks phenomenal. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this. Bayonetta is one of my all-time favorite franchises as well. So I am definitely looking forward to this one. Gearbox showed us Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and Tina is a character from Borderlands, and Wonderlands is, I guess, the fantasy world of Borderlands that she's creating, and it looks to be a game that she's making. Who knows what the story is going to be like in this? It's probably going to be a bit chaotic. What I loved about this trailer, though, was the music. They chose to use baby metal. I am a baby metal fan. They used their original hit, Chocolate, or Chocolate. And it's so weird to see a song that's all about eating chocolate and how yummy chocolate is being played to all these death, people shooting and slashing and all this other stuff. So it was interesting. However, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is probably going to be a pass for me. I'm just not that interested in the Borderlands games. I know they're looter shooters, and I know it's a bunch of fun and all that good stuff, but I just can't seem to get into it. Square Enix finally showed off more Forspoken, and I'm not really taken back by the premise. You're a modern day person sucked in through a portal because you prayed into a fantasy realm, and you have your powers via some gold cuff on your arm. And yeah, the gameplay might be a lot better though. It looked good. It looked fantastic. The gameplay had a lot of the Square Enix stuff. You had the fire, the lightning, the ice attacks, a lot of what they always do. I don't know. Something about the story just kind of turned me off about this. The whole premise of it. I don't really care to go through it. who knows? I might need to see more of it to really be convinced. But as of right now, I am not convinced of Forspoken. Up next is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction, and I know I'm looking down. I had to read it because it's a long name. Um, the Extraction seems to follow the escape style of gameplay. You know, Gears 5 had the escape mode. Other games have had the escape style gameplay. Extraction is just, you know, Rainbow Six's version of it. Um, what can I say? It's an escape mode. You gotta go in, kill a bunch of stuff, poison a hive, whatever. Rescue your person and get out before the time runs out or the bomb goes off or something. It's it's an escape mode. So as excited as I am for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake, I am the opposite for Alan Wake Remastered. I don't feel that this game is getting any gameplay updates, any quality of life updates. It was one of those games that really didn't need a remaster. It just needed to be thrown on backwards compatibility. And I know this is the first time it's going to be on a PlayStation console, and that's fantastic for PlayStation owners. If you haven't played this game, then this game is for you. But for Xbox owners, there's really now no real reason that this needed to be remastered. This just needed an backwards compatibility patch, and it's the same. I have been excited for Ghostwire Tokyo ever since it was announced back on the Bethesda stage at E3, I believe 2 years ago, so 2019-ish. Don't quote me on that. But I've been excited for it ever since it was first announced, and we finally get to see some more gameplay on it. It looks more action oriented. It's still using the hand symbols casting. Hopefully that can be kind of a quicker casting. It doesn't take a long time. Um, I'm not a huge fan of horror gaming, but I am a fan of suspense and thriller gaming. So hopefully this goes more towards the suspense thriller and shies away from the horror element. But it looks great. It looks like fun, and I can't wait to see some gameplay on this one. I mean, I know we got to see some gameplay, but I can't wait to see a extended first look of gameplay. You know, like 15-20 minutes uninterrupted of it. Whoops. To see how it actually performs and how we actually enact. But I am excited for it. It looks good. I really am liking what I'm seeing. However, I still have that little bit of concern for it, just because I'm not really into horror games. But yeah, I'm very interested in this one. Guardians of the Galaxy by Eidos looks like a fun game. It looks much better than Avengers did. It looks like it's going to play better. I know you only get to play as Quill, and maybe that will make the story play a lot better. Hopefully the AI on the companions is really there, or maybe they only come and help you during preset cinematic moments. We'll have to see, but it looks great. It looks fun. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy because they do what they do at serious, universal threats and galactic threats, and they just kind of handle it in a comedic way. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I can't wait to see more. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it plays a lot better than Avengers did. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt was shown to us. I have no idea on this game. I'm not into Vampire the Masquerade, or I don't know if this is an expansion, if this is a standalone expansion, if it's a sequel. And to be honest, I'm just not interested. Deathloop was shown, and this game is a hard pass for me because it has a rogue-like approach to it, where you die and you respawn, you die and you respawn, and you got to keep doing the same thing over and over again until you figure out something, or maybe you get the right RNG drops, and I'm just not into rogue-like style gaming. I don't know, I just find it to be repetitive and boring, and the stories are very rarely good. Hades was a good exception, but it's the only one out of thousands of roguelikes probably that has been it. So yeah, for right now, Deathloop is a hard pass for me. Okay, Kid A Mnesia Exhibition was shown, and it was shown terribly because I still have no idea what this is. Just judging by the title, It's probably a horror game, so hard pass. Uh, Tchia was shown. Once again, I have no idea what this is about. I didn't really get any context into it, and I don't really care to go find out what it's about. This is also a hard pass for me. Up next, we have some Uncharted at Thieves and an Uncharted The Lost Legacy. Both of these are remastered. They're being really re-released for the PS5 and also being ported over to the PC. Um, the Uncharted games are phenomenal. They're great, award-winning. What can be said about them that hasn't been said? If you haven't played these, definitely go pick them up because they are amongst the best games ever made. Otherwise, you can just, if you have an older console, you can play them there. Everybody's excited about Marvel's Wolverine. Now, back in the Xbox 360 and PS3, we got Wolverine Origins or X-Men Origins Wolverine, and it played great, highly underrated game, underappreciated. And if Marvel's Wolverine plays like that game but has a much better, stronger narrative, then this is going to be a knockout. It looks like it's going to take the narrative focus of Logan, if you saw Logan the movie. So yeah, it's definitely looking pretty good. Gran Turismo 7 was shown, and it looks great. Like, wow, this game is got some really strong reflections. The cars look phenomenal. They sound great. I'm really excited to know what this feels like on that DualSense controller. They say that the brakes feel different. Every car feels different, and I hope it's not just subtle. Like, I really want to feel some differences in some of these cars. Which ones feel like they're about to fly off the track, and which ones are feeling like they're turning hard or hard to control, stuff like that. What I really was surprised, and I don't know, I haven't played Gran Turismo in some time, was when they showed the track overlay out from top, and you could see all the cars. I'm showing it right now on the screen. That's really cool. I've never seen that before. I don't know if that's a spectators mode or a replay mode or whatever it is. So yeah, other than that, there's a driving simulator, so it's more for the serious people. I know that they have the Gran Turismo arcade on there as well for those of you that are not super simulating. So yeah, this looks to be a fantastic racing simulator. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 came out, and they showed both Peter Parker and Miles Morales. They showed Venom. But people are thinking that the main bad guy is someone different, someone else. I'll let you guys decide who that is. It's another Spider-Man game. If it sticks to the path of Spider-Man and Miles Morales, it's going to be fun and fantastic. Hopefully, it has a really strong story. Actually, I pretty much know it will have a strong story. And it's from Insomniac. Insomniac seems to be the Marvel house, the comic book developer for Sony, and so far they've knocked it out of the park twice. And last but not least, PlayStation decided to close the show with God of War Ragnarok trailer gameplay. It looks to be more of the amazing God of War gameplay that we all know and love from the PlayStation 4 version. I can't wait to get into this. The story of the game appears to be that Atreus wants to go to war with the Norse gods, whereas Kratos wants to avoid war with the Norse gods. And we'll see what happens. If you know, Odin's son says that Ragnarok has to happen to kind of replenish the universe, restore the universe, if you will. And so we'll see what happens in God of War Ragnarok. I think that this game will end on a cliffhanger. We won't know if Ragnarok will or will not happen. That might be saved for the third one. But either way, that's just me getting into predictions, speculations. That has nothing to do with what was shown. It looked fantastic. I'm excited for this game. You should be excited for this game. This is definitely a day one pickup for PlayStation owners. Yeah, I can't wait for this game. All right, everybody. I'm sorry I jumped around a lot on that. I jumped a lot around on my video recordings on that. But what were your favorite games shown at the PlayStation Showcase? Which ones are day ones? Which ones are you waiting on? And which ones are hard passes for you? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I'm Axel1324. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys next time.